Hey guys, I took the task. Oh fuck! I took the task of reading all the Walking Dead books. That way, once I come back, I can be strong and just be like, "Hey guys, blah blah blah." I read these before, so now it was my turn to read them again. That way, I could tell you about them because I don't want. I wanted to tell you something good. All right. First thing that I should know: all the Walking Dead is in black and white. Let me show you. From each individual page alone is black and white to yeah, it's nothing good. I like those beginning parts of this. Look, I hope you can see there's like zombies on the end. Or maybe oh no, wrong page, sorry. There we go. See? Alright, chapter 1. This is where we meet Rick Grimes and also Shane Gorman. I don't know what his name is. So he how do you say? They're like talking, blah 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 blah. I ain't going back to back. I'll die first, right? And it's basically because there was a prison mate like near the city, and so because of that, the city folks that are in prison go to the countryside to escape. And guess what? Rick Grimes gets shot, and so he's asking for the nurse, right? Bam, bam. In other words, he's asking. He sees a dead body in the elevator. So he starts running. Help, help, nurse. And he sees a horde of zombies inside the hospital. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is a good way to show you, but I'll show you. And so then after we skip next page, he slips and falls into a zombie and gets back up. He walks out of the hospital, and this is interesting. He sees a crashed car with zombie. Or it might just be a regular zombie. There's no like names for it. So he walks. We don't know where he's walking, but we're guessing it's gonna be his house because he is in the city that he lives in. He sees a zombie awake. And so he starts looking at it. He's crying because how fucked up this thing is. He's gonna ride the bike out of there, but he's having like a mental breakdown at the same time. But he gets back up and walks. And so we see a house. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, no, nothing. And after, he gets hit in the head. And this is where we meet another character named, what's his name? We don't know their names yet. But afterwards we get to know him, and his name is... Oh no. I don't know. It doesn't say it. But this is where we met the guy from the first season of The Walking Dead. And it's different. He's not as... Do you have a bite mark? No, he's more like chill. And then after he talks about it and how, oh, it only started a week ago and it spread this much. Like, come on, buddy. And so, yeah, he takes the keys and gets them to a prison place. That way he can get shotguns and supplies. And once he gets into the prison place, they basically just get the stuff. He's talking about how he loves his family and stuff. He gets a gun and he's like, oh hey, we're going to this armory and you can take as much as you want. And he also saying, I'm gonna wear my suit because once I get inside Atlanta, because his family's in Atlanta, protected and safe. Once he's in Atlanta, he's going to be a sheriff because what else is there going to be left than cops protecting everyone else, you know? And so we see the main characters walking off, and next you know they hear like, Rick Grimes sees a zombie and he was about to shoot, but uh, the guy says no because at the same time we need to save as much bullets as possible so we can drive off before the zombie gets him. And so they're driving, and he finally walks away and shoots the zombie in the head that he saw in the beginning, that he cried over. And next thing you know, he drives, no gas, or he runs out of gas. There's no gas station, so he just runs. Oh, wait, here. I just one thing I like about this is how the panels are shot in this. You can read it easily and stuff like that. And so the next page is damn it. He walks away and he sees a farmhouse. Goes to it. He's like, "Hello, is there anyone here?" The family suicide together, Christian family. And then he walks out. He sees a barn. He sees a horse there that hasn't been locked. It has been locked up. So he says hello. The horse is so excited to see another person. The horse runs and runs so fast. The sheriff is saying, "Slow down, buddy. Slow down. I don't want you to hurt yourself." And this is where we get the famous shot. Oh, beautiful, am I right? And so he gets into the city and realizes something. There's zombies all over the place. And one thing that seems weird about this, I feel like Atlanta in the TV show was like protected by walls. There's nothing protecting it, so how would they been protecting everyone? You get me? No, I think it's always been. No, I don't know. And though the zombies come at the horse because it's making sound. Yeah, there's one thing I wanted you to see. Where is it? Son of a bitch! Bastards! What the hell is wrong with you? Sorry, I just wanted to say that part out. It's right here. So they're eating the horse. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Alright. So then afterwards, he's trying to protect himself and run. And this is where we met one of the main protagonists. And his name is Glenn, my boy the GOAT, Invincible. And so he runs and says, "Don't stop, don't stop." He gets a ladder from above and climbs it. And next thing you know, he's like, "Dude, hurry up." He still has like an axe for some reason. And he's like, "Don't worry about them. If we stay here, more and more are just gonna come." We get to the next panel. It's him gonna jump a roof, and fucking Rick Grimes is not ready to jump it, and so he's like, "You better do this, or there's nothing else." He jumps, makes it, but about to fall. Glenn helps him and says, "Why the fuck do you not get the stuff of guns and threw it first, then afterwards jump?" Really? That's what he said. So he takes him out of Atlanta, and he's saying, "Dude, don't worry about them. Don't worry about just one, because you have to worry about more. Because if you worry about that one right now, it doesn't really matter because you can just outrun them, outpace them. And plus, you can tell where they are by the smell alone. You should just get better at this, dude." So he runs, talks about how, there's a camp. And yeah, everyone around Atlanta died. So we just started a camp because we were the ones that were not able to make it in time. And so Rick Grimes realizes his family is dead because of that. And so he's like, "Don't worry, guys. There's at least a camp we can start fresh, or whatever." And this is where we get the shot. where he meets his family again. One thing I didn't like about the one thing I like about the comic books compared to the TV show, is that if you see in the TV show, Lori's not laying his, what do you call it, his um son. She's not holding him back before he hugs him. He's just going straight to him too. And so then afterwards, he meets his best pal Shane in here too. And then after the next episode is where, oh, this is where we meet all the characters. There's a guy, there's two girls, there's another woman, there's a guy, and that's basically all. I don't know. I'll tell you the names after, like, once we get more into it. And so we're talking about how, oh yes, it's been so long. I haven't had time to actually rest, so I'm shaking in the inside. I just never processed everything. And she's talking about how Shane helped him survive. And the next episode, or the next page, is where they're just sleeping together as a family, finally. And he wakes up, yeah. And talks to Shane. Sorry. We get to a part where he meets the main guy who's like leading the area. Not leading, but has the most power because of the RV. He's basically saying, watch out, Shane might, he's a weird guy. You should not be next to him at all. And Shane asks him if he wants to hunt. And so the women do women stuff and clean clothes and do cooking. The men hunt. And so they do that. And yeah. We get to the next panel where we see Carl, and his soon-to-be wife. Not soon, just his wife in the future. I know that's a spoiler, but I didn't care. And they're just talking about how, oh, you think my dad will be alive? Your dad's dead. Your dad's dead. Mine was alive because he just got shot. Your dad died by cancer and what? He's more of a bitch in this one, I think. I don't know. And so then afterwards, we see Rick and Shane just start talking again. And we see that during the whole entire conversation, there's a zombie near the camp, and that's usually not happened. That hasn't happened usually. And so he's asking, hey, you think the meat's still good? He's like, no, dude, a zombie ate it. The fuck? So then after we get to the ladies doing the hard work labor as washing. They're basically just talking about how, oh yeah, my first day at my first time meeting Rick was with his brother. The brother introduced me to him. And so blah 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 blah, happy life, happy nice. And so we see them, they are walking off. And they going back to the camp after washing the clothes, like a good wife should do or whatever. And we see a zombies looking at them. And so the zombies getting closer and closer, and there's a guy, one of the guys saying, look out. And they see a zombie. One of the women just freezes up like a bitch. And the man has to tell her to move, but he doesn't have a good shot. And then afterwards, the guy who said, watch out, Shane, he chops his head right off. And then he's like, are you okay? And then afterwards, all the commotion, the kids come, everyone come and say, Mom. They said, don't worry. And the person that said, look out to the woman who froze was his wife. So he got scared. And so then after the next page, we see him eating, right? And so he starts his head off. Oh, sorry. Let me show you because I think it's getting confusing for you guys. We're going back to Rick and Shane with the zombie. This is a little bit before what happened with the zombie. But then afterwards, yeah, they were like, they're still talking about the food, and so Rick decides to just headbutt him. And then afterwards, they hear a boom, and realize, hey, something up to the camp. Oh, there's a zombie. Rick, I'm sad. Who cares, bitch? You know? And so, and so now they're saying everything's all right. But oh no, look at him. Look at his non-good face. Oh. We see they're sleeping in the night, and Rick gets up to Shane to say, "Hey, can I keep guard? I can't sleep at all. You know, I'm still worried." And everyone else is just saying, "Hey, bro, go sleep, or choose one or the other one. I have work in the morning." Bitch, the fuck you mean work in the morning? Then afterwards, we get to see Glenn. Hey, Rick. Oh no. Hey, Glenn. My name is Rick. It's okay if I go hunting with you in the dark? I need to get some supplies. Or in the city, I need to get some supplies. And do you know if there's a place, blah, 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 for guns? And Glenn says no, because I never lived there. But you know who has? This guy who used to live there. Yeah, he tells him where one could be, and he's leaving. He tells his family, but of course, Lori, the bitch of a wife, says, "Oh, you're leaving us again, huh?" He's like saying, "No, I love you. You know how it is. Sometimes men have to do man stuff." He's like, "Okay," and that's it. And so Rick and Glenn are just talking, blah 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 blah, and for some reason they're thinking about how why not we should just kill a zombie and get the guts. That way we don't need, that way we can like blend in. And so they do. They chop him up. First the hand, then afterwards Rick is giving him to Glenn, and he just throws up. And he says, "I'm sorry." So they just get a lot of it and just start spreading them on him. You get me? And so once that happens, what's his name? Glenn just takes another look at him and then after throws up again. He's like, I just never had zombie guts. I never imagined this happening to me. And so they go into the city. So they walk past the same zombie as before. He takes hey, he see us, he moves, but nothing really happens. So they know this works now. So they go inside the city, and so far nothing bad has happened. And they just walk. They're just talking. Oh, look at this beautiful panel right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, fuck. Beautiful panel right here. Yeah. So, like, it was a heavy fight. And more zombies get near him. Rick gets a shopping cart because to carry all the guns out. And so they're saying, "Oh, here's the place, you know?" Smashes it with a window. No, sorry. Smashes it with his leg. And then afterwards, they say, "Hey, get the stuff." Just to let you know, because we made that noise and we're standing out by moving shit, they're seeing us for the first time. So we should hurry up before, it gets worse. Next thing you know, it starts raining. And so they just run it because they know what's going to happen if they do. Glenn falls over. I think, right? Is that what happened? I don't know. So Glenn falls over. And then after, Rick starts shooting because he's getting scared. And he gets bit. And so he hits the guy with the zombie with the head. Glenn's like, "Rick, hurry up. And next, shooting, rain shooting, zombies, They leave, and Glenn is wondering, did you get bit? Or should I shoot you? Rick is like, no, the leather jacket actually saved me in that moment. So who? This is where we see what was it, Shane and Lori, and how Shane fucked Lori. Basically, that's all we learned. She didn't like it, and he's saying, "Why do we not just run away together?" That was that, and we had a connection together. Shane said that. Lori, no, that was a mistake. And a couple of days pass, I think, and they learn how to shoot a gun. And so everyone's having fun. Everyone's doing a good job. Carl, you ready? He's like, yeah, Dad. And Lori looks so angry because he's gonna learn how to shoot a gun. And so I never got that. Why is she mad about that? And she's talking about how this is no longer a society with what's it called? With loyalty, because she's saying he's too young. He should wait until he's older. But he's saying no, dumbass girl. It's a zombie apocalypse. What else should he do? And so yeah, he's just leaving them. Hey guys, how's it going? I saw you shooting from a mile away. And so afterwards, yeah, the old woman's getting mad because all of the younger folks are able to take a shower in the guy's room. Chop, chop, chop. He's chopping for wood because unlike the TV show, they stay there for a while, like to the point where it's starting to snow. And so Shane is chopping wood, and Rick is telling him, "Hey, can we hurry up because we should head out now?" And he's like getting mad at the point where he's snapping at him, yelling. Next panel, they're talking about their feelings. One of Rick was a sheriff. These two people were just camping together, stuff like that. And we learn about him and the guy who was in the city. Nothing really happens. They were these two couples were camping, and then afterwards the zombie apocalypse happened, and they saw the camp and started heading over. Glenn was a pizza delivery driver, and just wishes everything went back to normal because he wished that something happened to the point where nothing happened. Basically, the guy with the RV said, "Hey girls, you want to come in? It's a zombie apocalypse." The two girls like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Yeah. So then afterwards, they're talking, nothing much, and then afterwards, one of them is a lawyer and basically just hated her life. The lady, one of the sisters, there's two sisters. It was the two ladies I talked about in the beginning. Women, I forgot. She has pee, and the one of the other ladies gets mad, the older lady, because why so vulgar, and because she needs to pee, she goes inside the RV, but there was a zombie near the RV and starts biting her. Amy, no! Bam, bam, there's a whole entire gunfight. Unlike the TV show, Rick was there to help. So they start panicking. Everyone started panicking. The sister of the one that got bit is trying to just be next to her. Carl's mom is scared. Basically drops her pistol. Carl gets the gun and, like a badass, shoots the zombie right in the head. And then afterwards, everyone else gets saved, and the only casualty was her. And then afterwards, we hear this. We see the guy who was in Atlanta, who survived. He gets a zombie stuck on him and pushes him to the ground and says, "Why, my family, why?" And beats him beats the zombie's head all the way in. And he's saying, "Oh God, it killed my family. And Shane's just, Rick is just saying, stop, stop. No, it was Shane. I don't know why I said it right. And everyone is just saying sorry to her because her sister's dying. And so Rick gives him the choice to kill her. And let her be a zombie. And so now we see the guy who was able to escape Atlanta. He gets bit. Yeah, so they have a funeral. The guy who got bit is still alive. They're wondering if they should just move and just leave him here. I just don't want to die yet. And so they're letting him rest, keep breathing and stuff. The only one that could take care of him was the sister, Annie, or the one woman from the TV show. I forgot her name. It's her. And so the one who gets her children dead, it's her. That's who takes care of him. And so she's talking about how he's doing bad, but I wish he gets better, and also how no one else wants to take care of him because he might turn any second. So that's nice to hear. This is where we get to the panel where Rick and Shane and Carl are doing a hunting trip, and next thing you know, hey, nice job, sport. It was Rick, or it was Shane, sorry. And so this is the part where everything starts to get weird. Oh, it would have been much better if you were not here. It would have been so much better. And so then afterwards we get this panel where the sister is still grieving, but there's a guy. The guy is like there trying to be mourning to her. And so they check back on the guy, and he's starting to die. And so he's saying, leave me near a tree and give me a gun. They do. No, leave me to die as a zombie, that way I can stay with my family in the afterlife. Yeah, no. Wakes up, Rick. Hey, Rick. Come hunting with me. Okay, Shane. Look, see? Look at him. They're happy friends. Yeah, I will do it because I like you, Shane. Boom. I like you too, buddy. I love you. I'm sorry. But yeah, they're starting to have a big ass fight. And this is where Rick starts beating him, him up too. And Lori's holding him like, what the fuck are you doing, fucking crazy butt? I'm sorry. And everyone's shocked that Shane is doing this shit. Fuck this. Wait, Shane. And so Rick follows him, and Carl follows along too. Stop. Shane, stop. I could have had a family. If you were never alive, me and Lori could have been alive. We could have been more happier. I slept with her. Wait, what? Everything was so perfect. But I'm gonna kill you, and then afterwards I'm gonna say you got bit by a zombie. That way I can have Lori and Carl to myself. What was that sound? A gunshot. Did Shane kill Rick? No. It was badass Carl killed Shane. That way he can protect his father. And so he's like, Dad, Dad. And that's how it ends. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I like this. Look at him. Alright. Hope you like this video. Subscribe. And comment down below what's your favorite part. What was your favorite part about this? If you read the comic books, tell me what I can improve on with me telling you the story. Because honestly, I like telling you stories. It's just I never know how to tell you stories with this omnibus kind of books. Should I just be like that the whole entire time? It just gets very awkward very fast. Peace out. Bye.